for a student who might be hearing this, the question could be, well, I'm seeing through the mechanism of self and I'm doing this practice. Who's doing the practice? I'm making a gesture because self, other, that's duality. I'm doing this practice. Who's aware of the one that's doing the practice? We step back a little and look at it. It relaxes a little bit. The self, the person that we assume ourselves to be, doing a practice is part of the description that's just a thought. And then it starts to relax a little bit. I've seen lots of teachings that say, well, just become aware, and that's useful. There's a standpoint when we first learn this that you're a person that's becoming aware of your thoughts. That's fine. And by all means, keep doing that if that's what you're doing. At some point, we start to become dissatisfied with even that. This work is about breaking through into reality, not about being a better cushion sitter, calmer than you are. Yeah. If you follow the teaching, it leads to the exit. So just keep going. What is the exit? There are a lot of words for that. God, truth, freedom. Let it speak to you in your depths in a way that you can't quite describe and that calls to you. Like, I want to be done. I want to be free. Let that speak to you. The next step is going to be some form of becoming aware of an aspect of self that's a thought, feeling, sensation that you hadn't noticed before. Notice I said that you hadn't noticed before. Question is then, who's noticing it? It gets more subtle. If the sense of self that's noticing is a thought, feeling, sensation that's noticing, then notice the one that's noticing. Because thought, feeling, sensation, that's not you. And it goes deeper. And you'd have to push it. I'm imagining this. There's students hearing this and saying, all right, I'm going to do it. I want to do it. Then there's a self that wants to do it. Notice that. What does that feel like? Striving. Who's the one that wants to be free? It's got a shape. It's thought, feeling, sensation. It can get really subtle. So we get to subtler levels of what that feels like. It could even feel like anger. Like, oh, I'm frustrated. Who's frustrated? That's frustrating, isn't it? I'm making this gesture of frustration. And then all we can do is really step back and notice it, and it starts to relax. If it hasn't relaxed yet, there could be a thought, this should be different. The way out is always that what is should be what it is because it is. That's what frees it. Like, well, this is uncomfortable. I don't want it. That's what's keeping it going. That, what I just said. There's a self that says, I don't want it. That's all that is. Self wants self to be free, and it'll never be free as long as it's a self. Because you're reifying your prison. The prison is self, and ego is a tendency to attach to that in some way. Notice what I said. Listen. What are we attaching to that had some form, some thought, feeling, sensation? I say that so much I notice. Thought, feeling, sensation. It sounds boring, doesn't it? That's part of ennui. There's a saying, if you meet the Buddha on the road, kill him. What that means is on the path of awakening, I don't care how subtle or how magnificent the vision might be. Well, I saw 1,000 armed Buddha that came down and kissed my ass. No. If it's a thought, feeling, sensation, it's not you. I don't care how subtle that sensation is. I don't care how subtle the thought is. It's not you. Think of someone being in a coffee shop, just vaguely annoyed, maybe listening to this on headphones, saying, yeah, thought, feeling, sensation, I've heard that before, blah, blah, blah. Hear it again. To whom does it arise? Coffee cups and tables. Yeah. I just froze that. Like, yeah. That attitude. Like, yeah, I'm tired of this BS. Part of that is it's a judgment that says what's happening now is not enough. And its proof is boredom. The proof is a thought, feeling, and sensation of some kind. The teaching says that's an object. It's pretty subtle. We notice that. Oh, James said, if it's a thought, feeling, or sensation, that's not me. I'm the awareness beyond that, or behind it, or aware of it now. So the practice would be to become aware of that. That's where it comes in. The infinite is contained in these mundane objects that we dismiss because they're boring. We're talking about a certain kind of existential dread or this feeling, yeah, this isn't quite it. You're in a great place if that's it for you. That's where I was. Part of the story of the Buddha is he was given everything. He was a prince. He had all the worldly pleasures he could ask for. That's most Americans, let's face it. Probably a lot of Europeans. Now we're going to get into like who has what. It's like, forget all that. Start where you are. If you have a pencil and paper and a cushion, food, water. If you don't have food and water, go get food and water. There's no way out of it except to accept what is and do your best. So I'm really addressing an audience of people who have computers, who have phones, who have access to video. Is it a privilege? I don't know. Use it. Do the thing. So if you find yourself vaguely annoyed or bored or looking for the next thing, that's a good place to be. Notice that. Something's missing. I'm suggesting that the something missing is truth itself. The reason it's missing is a thought comes up and we believe it. We believe it. And just notice that, practice it. You may even create a new form of practice that's just yours based on hearing what you just heard. Great. I would say, yes, do that. Except I'm not saying you should do it because there's a sacred space of relationship that says you are perfect as you are right now. I could call it unconditional love. And it doesn't matter what you're doing or not doing. It's not a judgment. And yet, if you want to be free, this is what you do.